One word, two syllables. Ridiculous, right?
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Unfiltered Truth Training Camp Recap, Day 3. I am your host, Phil Robinson III. We're going to get into it. We had defensive coordinator Patrick Graham, defensive end Chandler Jones, left tackle Kolton Miller, and the punter A.J. Cole today. So we'll get straight to it. Patrick Graham was first up, and he had a couple interesting little tidbits. The first thing that he said that was noteworthy is that pads come on day 5 or day 6. A lot of teams all the teams are currently going through their acclimation period of training camp, and judges, since this is day 3 on Thursday, it appears that day 5 or 6, so the pads will be coming on either Monday or Tuesday. I'm probably going to say it's most likely going to be Tuesday. But but moving towards how does he get his defense better? Because you look at this offense, and the offense has got all their pieces. It's where the team spent the majority of their money. But on defense, they got a sprinkling of veterans and a lot of youth. And so the number one thing that they're working on, 1 and 2, is building communication and then working on their technique. Everything in Graham's defense comes down to communication. Why is that? Well, you'll have to wait and see. I can't tell you everything right off the bat. Man's got to put it to work. But he is also incredibly excited about working with Marcus Peters. Having a ball hawk on his staff is certainly going to open up opportunities and allow him to do multiple things on defense and get the defense to rank higher than 26th like they did last season. Another of the things that they've talked about is defending the field, defending situations, and being disruptive. That is the goal of the defense this season, is to defend the field, defend situations, and to be disruptive. Also, he cited Marcus Epps for being a great communicator and on and off the field. And once again, you're going to hear a lot of communication, because that early in these 3 press conferences, we can see that the emphasis is going to be on communication, technique, and fundamentals. Those 3 words are going to be said a lot. But next up was Chandler Jones, and he was really, really nice guy. You know, you sit and listen to him talk, and it just seems hard to believe that his brother is the baddest man on the planet. But it is what it is. What he said is that the young guys look at him as the older OG. It wasn't bad enough to be just an OG. Now he has to be the older OG. As long as they're looking at him with respect, I guess that's all that matters. But he cut some weight in the offseason, and he, according to him, feels amazing. Oh, I hope amazing translates to more disruptive play and better results on defense, which is ultimately, and having good team defense is the goals that he's setting for himself instead of individual goals. He wants to help the team have a good defense instead of going out there and producing 50 million sacks, although that would be ideal as well. But when asking how do they get better, he had probably the best answer, which was they don't need to do anything miraculous. They don't have to do anything new. What they have to do is listen to their coaches, absorb what's being told to them, take it to heart, learn it until it becomes second nature, and have 11 guys go out there and play without having to think, play off instinct, play reactionary, play off muscle memory, knowing exactly where to be, what to do, and to just be free to take off and execute the scheme the way that it's supposed to be executed. Most importantly, he even in year 12th training camp, he's still happy as a rookie to be coming out there and be able to be a professional football player. So let's hope that once again that exuberance and that happiness turns into added productivity. I'm pulling for him. I really want to see him succeed. And he also called our guy Max a menace when talking about the Netflix documentary Quarterbacks. So that was pretty cute moment. And even gave Hondo Carpenter of Sports Illustrated a little ribbing about how he was a jokester instead of a boo-boo talker, we'll call it. But that brought up Kolton Miller, who more or less said a lot of the perfect cliche things. We're building a cohesive group. Everyone came back. Rookies are soaking up all we're trying to teach them like a sponge. We're available. They ask questions, we answer, all that type of stuff. What he said, they take huge pride in the success that Josh Jacobs had, despite the fact that everybody continued to say how bad an offensive line it was and how they all needed to be replaced except for him. And one of the surprises that we're going to have going into this season is that Dylan Parham has made some gains in the weight room and is going to be a super beast this year. And then that brings us to AJ Cole, the punter, where now we've had with the Raiders, there's been a history of demonstrative punters that are outspoken and definitely not your typical punters. And AJ Cole is no different. He's maybe not as crazy, but what he did mention was that this year going into training camp, there are no divas and there are no head cases. What exactly did he mean by that? Well, that's for him to tell us. But I'm Phil Robinson. This is the Unfiltered Truth Training Camp Recap, Day 3. God bless. We'll see you next time.
This is one word, 2 syllables. Ridiculous, right?